All right. So, just to close it out, a couple of notes, I guess. We always conclude with really more or less three things really. Thank yous, how we can improve our format. We want to know from you how exactly we can improve this event. We will be back next year, I promise you that. But how can we make it better next year is my question to you. And we have these comment cards in front of you. And if you have a moment and a pen, I implore you to fill it out and let us know. Another thing that I was going to bring up is how we can stay in touch. But just one other note on the comment cards, if you fill them out, you can just leave them on your table. You don't have to put them anywhere. And obviously, don't sign them. So yeah, ways to stay in touch. We have our viticulture blog, and typically we are posting in it about once a month now. Also, another way to stay in touch with us is our Vintage Report website, and I'm going to get to that in a minute. It's not just a bunch of images. It's a lot cooler than that. You can also follow us on Facebook. You can follow us on LinkedIn. And I know a lot of our speakers today have a very good presence as well on social media. And I believe that Luca has his own Facebook page, and the Simona Instagram is like the best Instagram I've ever seen, so do check that one out. And also, I mentioned earlier that if you're looking for the slides for today's presentation, feel free to email us at info@vintagereport.com. I think everybody should have our email because I've been sending you stuff about this event and how to get here and so forth. So you can just email us back. We'll add you to the list, and when we can organize all of our presentations that are fit to be distributed, we will send it out to you in PDF form. The other way to stay up with all of the presentations that we did today is our website, and when you go to vintagereport.com, you can go to our TV page, which is kind of right at the very top of our webpage. And this is actually a really cool resource because it has probably half to 3/4 of all the presentations we've ever done globally since about 2014. And that means that we have all of our videos from Bordeaux. We have a lot of our videos from Burgundy. We have the last 2 years here in Sonoma County, and pretty much every year we've done in Napa as well. So you can gain access to all of these presentations and share them with your team, and watch them as many times as you'd like. But definitely a good place to recap on this kind of information. I wanted to give a special thanks to all of our sponsors who supported our efforts this year through and through. Of course, ETS Labs, 360 Vidi, and Blue Vite. And our general sponsors, Tonnerie Berger, Lafort, Vivalis, Francois Frere, Anartis, Palanque, VineView, Terravion, G3, and of course Wine X-Ray. And our partner, Fruition Sciences, our partner in crime really. They help make it possible for us to put on this event, and also a big supporter of the data approach that we built for this vintage report. I wanted to thank our panel because they got in front of their peers and told us everything they know, and I think that's a lot of bravery. On top of that, Melissa Beck was a great moderator, organized the entire discussion for the past 2 weeks. I think I've been talking to her every day on the phone, and it was a brilliant discussion. As a thank you as well to Emma Krajitsky and Giuseppe Tumbarello. Thank you to all of our speakers, all of our presenters. It's a special recognition to all of our speakers because even though I'm very strict about a 20-minute presentation, that's absolutely not all it takes. I know our presenters have been doing a lot of background research on all of these topics. They've been taking data all throughout the year, and so I'm very appreciative of their efforts, and I hope you are as well. Finally, I'd like to thank you all for joining us. We couldn't have done it without you being here and without your support. And with that, I'm going to conclude not only the 2018 Sonoma Vintage Report, but also the Vintage Report series in 2018. So thank you all for coming.